New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. Man, is that a long title. You ever play Super Mario Bros., the most influential, most creative game of all time? Of course you have. Everybody has played some version of Mario, like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., Mario Party, Mario and Luigi, Mario and Wario, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Tits, Mario Ass, Mario this, Mario that. Everybody has played Mario. It's a true video game that tries to stay consistent with every release of having high quality games. I mean, it's like every reviewer's website tries to say every single Mario game is the greatest game of all time, game of the year, give it every little stamp of every award and approval, and yeah, I don't really like Mario. Okay, I do like Mario, however, it was more so when I was younger, when I was first introduced to video games, but in my eyes, Mario is like a toy. I mean, you can grow up with it, but he'll always be in your room, away from the eye of the public. You keep him stashed away, and you pull him out every now and then just so you can have fun, which is exactly what I'm doing today, because I'm gonna play me some Super Mario Wii U, and Luigi U. Yeah, it came with it when I got my Wii U. So let's enjoy it! For this version, the Wii version that I played, I actually enjoyed, but a lot of people gave it flack for saying that it didn't really have a lot of substance to it. People called out the levels didn't really change that much, and the gimmicks stayed the same, and the enemies were mostly Goombas and Koopas. But what do you expect? It's Mario. I don't try to defend Mario and say like, oh, every single game should be different, but I just think every game should just be fun. Mario Sunshine. I thought it was cool that he had a freaking water pack. You could fly around with it. It's like having a jetpack. What Mario game will let you have a jetpack? What game lets you have a jetpack fueled by water? I wish this thing was a damn toy. This game needs a sequel. But New Super Mario Bros. Wii U isn't a sequel. It's more or less just Bowser comes, punches in, throws everybody out, and kidnaps the princesses. We've been doing that ever since the 80s, so why is that anything that we need to change today? Only this time we all land in this big tree full of acorn mushrooms. That sounds kind of good. Anyway, let's go to World 1, because the first level should always be the best level, or at least it should introduce the game the best type of way it could. And holy crap, we got a freaking squirrel suit. Look at me, I'm Batman! Nah! Another feature that I don't have access to right now because I don't have my gamepad is the ability to use the touchscreen to make these little pads come out of nowhere and help your friends or either hinder them, because I would rather harm and cause havoc because this game is too easy. In multiplayer, you could just hide in a bubble and just have your friends to complete the level, and you handle the boss at the end of the stage. And if you're playing by yourself, the game actually doesn't have the same amount of challenge, but it does feel like a Mario game, so I guess that's a good thing, right? Because when you throw these unnecessary toads in the mix, that's what kind of ruins the game and make it feel like it's less than a Mario game and more like a game that we could just throw out when we launch the Wii U. Wanna know one of the best things about this game is being able to catch this little guy named Nabbit? The best way to do it is just to use the star at the start of the level, run after him, and then catch him right there and then. Everyone cheers and gives you an item that you only can use in one stage, and then after that, it's back to Toad's house. These Toad houses are a great way to play little mini games to get extra lives and extra power-ups, but half the time they always take them away because they give you more ways to fuck up than actual ways of getting the power-ups. Or I just suck. One is better than nothing. I always like the power-ups that they add in the new Super Mario Bros. Series because that's what keeps them fresh. Like celery. And I always enjoy shooting ice balls out of the penguin suit and sliding around with it. But all I'm really doing is just dicking around and going to the first level of every little world. Because I already beat this game and I'm just trying to see what makes this game better than all the rest of the other Mario games. What makes this one stand out and not just another new Super Mario Bros. I say that with quotations. You want to know what it is? It's progression. This game pretty much took what Super Mario Bros. Did back in 1985 and just kept it going. Because why fix something if it ain't broke? But what does progression have to do with this game? Well, it kind of has two meanings actually. And that's making progress through this game because that allows you to see the world, the Super Mario Wii U world. I can't really judge a game by not actually progressing through it, especially games with very deep stories like Undertale. However, Mario doesn't really have a deep story, but the progression comes from the gameplay, and that's seeing if mechanics change. Now, they don't really change too much, but there's always something new to do, such as fighting these enemies on the world map, finding new secrets in Boo's house so you can find different ways to get to new worlds. And even when you progress, it's always good to come back to the last levels and collect the coins that you've missed, so the replay value is still there if you wasn't skillful enough the first time. But what ruins the progression is when they allow free rides to the next level, aka the Ouija tutorial. It shows you the correct way to jump over and do the platforming. However, you can actually take control of Luigi and kill him off yourself. We don't need his help, we can do this shit ourselves. Since I'm on the topic of talking about Luigi, back in 2013, Nintendo officially announced that it was the year of Luigi, the number 13, and Ouija. Creepy. They kicked off the celebration by releasing some new DLC for Mario Wii U, and this game was called New Super Luigi U. No bros though, because Super Mario isn't even in it. Instead, the gameplay is shaken up by having your character as Luigi and having all of his powers such as jumping super high and having low tractions. How is that a power? And all the levels have been redesigned and have more enemies, and they only last for 100 seconds, so you better go at the start. The levels are full of obstacles, and you got Luigi's low traction ability, so it makes it really difficult. So if you're in need of more challenge, I recommend you get the DLC. Just be wary that the world map hasn't changed, and neither has the bosses. Thankfully, to change up the gameplay even more, players can now select Nabbit, the Hamburglar. And while he can't die by getting hit by enemies, he can't collect power-ups neither. But at the end of every level, you can actually turn those into extra lives, so he still provides some type of value. Personally, I'm kind of a fan of this quicker style of gameplay. It makes the game feel more frantic, but in a short burst, and it actually feels really good when you actually beat the level, because you are gonna be retrying these motherfuckers over and over again, I swear to you. But the nice thing is, the game is really cheap, and it's totally worth the price.
Twice the price.
And it actually happens to be the 5th top-selling game for the Wii U. In recent years, Mario games have been stigmatized as kiddie games, but you know what? They're still fun games, so that's what counts. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Mario games are overrated and saturated for kids? Or we should always give this game praise because, you know what? It's the leading video game of the industry. I know Miyamoto is proud, and I'm proud too, because without Mario, we wouldn't have anything. So you know what? I think I should look at Mario in a different way. In my eyes, Mario will always be that beautiful fat man that brings us fun and joy every single year around Christmas time. Oh wait, that's Santa. Well, I don't really need to mention follow me on Twitter anymore because I got 100 followers. So thank you guys very kindly. Wee bitch.